Hello, hello. Welcome everyone, welcome. I hope you all enjoy the music. I'm actually going to turn down the music a little bit, just so you guys can still hear me. So, welcome. We are going to be going for our Rogue Servitude achievement as Nemesis is coming out. I figured we'd mess around and try and get this achievement. We are playing the 001 stewards with the robotic species known as Mutix. We have the 001 machines who are they are high maintenance, they are custom made, and they are efficient processors with repurposed hardware, and they are double jointed. Our secondary species is, well, we're going to be Rogue Servitude, and we have a maintenance protocol. Now we do have a secondary species who are known as the Gyroids. They are a gnome-like people, and we need to actually pick their traits so that way we have plenty of them. What we will do is, since they aren't really good at anything besides basically being themselves, we're going to, give them a few little traits. Just because it really doesn't matter what their lives are like as far as it goes. Now we have 1-to-1, so we can put one more point in. We're going to use the communal stuff just to see if that helps. We're playing on Ice Worlds. We're going to save them, and we are ready to do. Wait, the game is not eligible for achievements. Iron Man mode is not enabled. What? Iron Man mode? Oh, wait, let me see if Iron Man mode's on. Now it is. Okay, we're good. So we're going to be playing on a medium galaxy with, we always play elliptical. I'm going to play with a ring just because we're going to have max AI empires, no advanced AI, maxed fallen empires, maxed marauding empires. Tech tradition is going to go down a little bit because we're going to be doing a lot here really quickly. So we're going to be doing our first run, mid-game and end-game with a victory. We are going to be playing on Commodore. Normally I would play on Admiral, but it seems to cause more issues on that. Empires will be placed randomly, and we will have no advanced neighbors. We have everything else is normal. I'm not messing around too much with anything. We're going to go ahead and start. So this is going to be a run at the new achievement for the Rogue Servitude, which is I need a fallen empire under me, which is basically the reason why we wanted 3 of them and we went with ruined ring sections. We're also wanting to do a few other minor achievements, but this is the main one for right now. That'll be going up on the channel from now on I think Sundays will be when this one goes up. So we'll be starting this new series here soon, or today. Or, well, for you guys, it'll be this weekend. But for me, it's going to be currently Thursday. I'm going to be doing a mass recording session so that way we can get a bunch done and really kind of see what we want to do with this series. Kind of like the nepotism achievement and founding of Rome, I wanted to have some fun with this achievement. So that's what we're going to be doing. Of course, first things first, as always, we got to get our stuff built up. Now, one of the big things in the ring world is not only do you have your typical rubble, but you also have your decrepit stuff, which allows you to build extra things. Now, these cost about 500 energy, and then they give you basically free rewards off of them. Off that, I highly recommend getting these things done, one of each of them, because to be honest, the housing alone is amazing. But we want all of the things we can get for it. Now we have 100% set up for our adaptability, so we're going to first go with expansion, as we always do. And we are going to be kind of playing pacifist. My goal throughout this entire series is to turn everyone into our protectorate. Now I am going to go into sound, because it's still kind of loud. There we go. I don't mind the loudness, but... and it can be normal volume for you guys, but in my ear, I honestly don't usually play with sound on. I like my sound completely off when I play this game, so that's why we're doing it the way we are. Now we make pretty good resources, and we are making really good unity. So I'm hoping with this build we'll be able to do something kind of interesting, and I'm excited to see where this goes. I kind of wanted to mess around with some different builds and get the last of the achievements. Hopefully get the majority of them before Nemesis comes out. So this will be part one of one Stellaris series of two. While this is going on, just like I'll be doing another CK3 series here soon and uploading that as well. So look forward to that coming on soon. Now I don't know if we get factions because of this, but we'll see. We do have our population growing. Now they're really slow, which is actually really good for us. And we have 10 spots for them, so I'm not too worried right now about getting rid of them. Now, one of the first things I will do is we are going to get rid of the Ancient Rebel. The reason why is more just in general to open up more spots. This makes it so that way we can have more jobs, and I think overall will be beneficial to us. Now, we produce electricity a little slower because we do have our population eating it, which is also part of the whole thing. Let's go with Empire Sprawl from colonies going down. I'm not going to take every single planet right now. Size 23 with 100%. Oh, you are definitely going to be worth an expansion later. We have plenty of room though right now on our core planet. And we want to focus on getting all that set up here first. Mostly with gaining more power.
System survey complete.
Thank you.
Construction complete.
And the science in this game can be utterly ridiculous. One of my things to always build is almost 100% into this section, into these two. The food would be nice, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I want these two mainly. We'll get one of those, and then the rest is going to be going fully into these systems. Now, these are more job blockers, so we'll fix that here soon. But for right now, we don't need to worry. We're building up our power. We're doing pretty well. This is my first time playing Stellaris on the new PC, so it should be a little quicker now, which is definitely going to be a boon. I'm really excited to see how far we can push this, but I honestly think just from the research jobs alone, we're going to be well beyond wealthy. So yes, this system will mostly become an organic sanctuary. I'm going to check real quick. Let's take the 5% flat rate. What do they offer from this? They give us Unity and extra drone output. Okay, which is definitely going to be useful. We will research that. Now, as you can clearly see, we don't have enough amenities on this planet, so we can build amenities. We've just got to kind of mess around with it. Now, we want to pay attention to what gives us amenities and what doesn't. Because if it doesn't, we don't want to get the job and then have nothing there. So the uplinks for administration capacity. So really at this point, the only thing we can do is drone storage. And that will give us, but I believe, does housing? Yes. I think housing gives amenities as well. Yeah, plus 120. So one of those will basically do what we want. So in that case, we want this. We want to build that up so that way we can get it going quickly. Alright, and we're going to continue on. Now these episodes will be short. I'm going to be doing 15-minute stints because while I think they are interesting, or Stellaris is a fun game, I think that in long stints it can kind of be boring. I know some people like to do hour playthroughs of each episode. However, I find for interest's sake, 15 minutes on these episodes are definitely more along the speed. Plus, this series will not be taking probably that long, if I'm honest. We will probably start to spiral out of control pretty quickly, making it damn near impossible for anybody to outproduce us at a certain point. So, with that in mind, we'll be doing a shorter episode series to make it more interesting for you guys at home and give me something more to work on. For the time being, let's continue on with cracking down on these things. Our leader has gained a level, glad to hear. Who is our leader? He is just 001. He is a supervisory node, he is immortal, he has no heir, and thus he gains nothing from it. Which is fine. We're going to let our construction ship sit for a minute. Mid-game does tend to slow down a little bit, but since we're playing on medium, I'm not too concerned, and since we're in a spiral, this should make the game even more easy for us. We'll start to expand later on. Interesting.
Situation log
So
adjusted.
we've got something there to investigate later. I do think right now it would be of a value to build up another science ship. It is more expensive for us to get other planets, but they will basically be all turned into forge
System
planets.
survey complete.
So I'm not as worried about that factor. We're going to build here. And it is quite expensive for us to expand. Let's do archaeological speed, J6. You will go down here and begin surveying these systems as much as possible for right now. Let's get you doing those 3. But we will claim these different sites for more value for us. Now we've already gotten another position, which is good. We like to see that. Let's see, interesting.
Situation log
So we gained a
adjusted.
precursor, and now we're going to go into ancient technological ascendancy. In my opinion, it's one of the best ones. I think after that shared destiny will be really appropriate for us, but for right now, technological ascendancy is definitely going to be the most of value. So let's continue to crack down on these and get rid of them. Alpha aliens, interesting. We've made contact. Okay. We will research them. Now, we don't need jobs right now. We've got plenty. We don't have enough for... In fact, we don't even have enough drones at this point to worry about. So, we will have to wait for further expansion. And at this point, I will also be building another construction ship just to continue our expansion where we need it, because there's another level 23 world. Holy shit, that's amazing. We are pretty much set with just those 2 worlds. Not gonna lie. Alright, everyone's leveling up, so our scientists will gain a little bit more experience. They are slower for gaining experience, which is why we're taking a little longer on that factor, but I think that's perfectly fine.
Technological acquisition successful.
We've gotten higher research speed, which again, definitely going to be useful. Let's get that automatic design going now for our expansion. Because we're going to want them to look up stuff for us. Now we are slowly clearing these, which is major for us. Like I said, the big thing is going to be one of housing, just to get that extra amenity. After we get that, we won't need to worry anymore about amenities on our main planet. Oh, are you another... You are Gestalt Consciousness, you are Maintenance Protocols, and Warbots. Oh, okay, so you're just an artificial intelligence network. Interesting. Okay. So we're going to take this planet system for ourselves, and then we're going to go ahead and expand up here. Now we are friendly with everyone at first, as this is another AI empire. I am going to go ahead and make them friends. We will not mess with the other robot empires throughout this. I think that's going to be part of our theme, is that instead of going and working with them, we have no interest in, we don't need to protect them. They are already set up for that. We're going to work on our tech mostly right now, and getting that high. Because once we have our tech to the point where I need it, there'll be very little we need to worry about. Now, in my experience, prosperity is definitely the best one for us. However, discovery for the science boost would be just phenomenal. So I think we're going to go down science. We will need to go for resources because, as I mentioned, this is going to become quite expensive as time goes on. But again, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. We will upgrade our ships real quick. Let's go ahead and build that mining station. And we are already producing way too much food just alone. So we can start to look at buying and investing more in our alloys quickly. It also allows us to clear 2 of these almost at once, which will be very beneficial for us for what I'm planning. Now both these guys are working on constructing up here, which is nice, so we'll continue with that.
Construction complete.
Perfect. And as we continue to expand, expansion is cheaper, which is nice. And then, like I said, once we've gotten to the point where we've set our borders, we'll start capturing planets for ourselves and taming them and basically turning them into what we need. Now this is a level 15, a little worse, but not the overall most terrible I've seen. So let's continue on. Now you have nothing you can do yet other than move here and wait. for this system to become available. And that is where we end today's episode. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have enjoyed.